talking to myself. I was talking to Glitz. Relax.
Is it because you can't forget her? I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 yeah. So I can focus, I just need to focus on myself. Yeah, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus, I just need to focus on myself. This is what I want now. And yeah, I'm waiting for something better. Yeah. This is what I want now. No, I won't settle for anything else. I can't keep pretending it's not getting to me. It's never ending. Can't give you what you need. Oh no, no. You're misbehaving. Yeah, it's getting to me. It's never ending. You can give anything, so you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Oh, you better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah. So you can go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself. Yeah. You better go, go, go. Go, 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 go. So I can focus. I just need to focus on myself, baby, baby.
Good morning, folkses. How y'all doing? Oh my God, you guys are like killing the chat right now. It's going like 358, 1100 miles an hour. So now I got to go back and check to see all of what you guys put in. People, today is going to be a good show because I got my buddy Brian Glitz Stevens hanging out with me today. We're going to talk about blessing up his channel. He's like me, like jackass of all trades, for lack of better words. Long-term geek, does all kind of stuff. Just get back into getting his channel started, starting to move things along. And so we just want to like get him on track, talk about some of the trends. There has been some algorithm changes we'll talk about. And yeah, so I'm going to go through real quick. Remind you, if you're brand new around here, like this is your first time catching us live, please write new in the comments so that the LGL family can give you the what's up and throw the shakas and say aloha, because we're family around here. We don't have any rules. Just be nice, play nice, keep your feet off my dang couch. That's all we got. That's all we got. Okay, so I will check on everybody, say hello in just a second. Also want to remind you folks, if you are catching this on the replay squad, please let us know. And if you have any questions that you asked today that for some reason, because you guys know I got ADD, ADHD, PYQ, FTI, FBI, and TSB. If I skip anything, just put the comment after the fact in the regular comment section and I will come back and get to them as soon as possible. Also, guys, if you are unfamiliar, come here, mouse, get over here. If you are unfamiliar, we do have our class today, and you can get access to that class if you're brand new around here and you want to have a chance to come and hang out. It's kind of like the after party, but way cooler. You could either join the membership on the Buy Me a Coffee page, or you can jump in and come and visit the class. So I just put the link there. One of the moderators will pick the link up and pin the comment so you can find it later. But that goes on. And roughly about an hour or so after we finish the stream, it's 11 o'clock a.m. Hawaiian time. And actually, dang it, it's 2 p.m. East Coast. Yeah, that's the answer. All the rest of that calculations you can do by yourself, or you can cheat. And I made a cheat sheet because of Joel Forner. Actually, I made a cheat sheet. You can go to docrock.live/class time, and that is this link right here. That will help you figure out how to adjust your clocks accordingly. And oh my goodness, what's super funny is right before I tested this, I checked the background and I had it how I wanted it, and now it's different. And me not like that. Me not appreciate that. Okay, we go click that again. All right, cool. So once again, gang, go over to docrock.live/class time. That will give you the opportunity to adjust the schedule accordingly. If you haven't already done so, grab yourself a tea, a beverage. I am on a 2021 LaCroix Pure. That's what I'm drinking today. I know that Glitz is probably in his bar right now doing something crazy, having himself a wonderful IPA, Iowa Pale Ale. So without further ado, let's say what's up to my buddy, Brian Glitz. Yay!
Hey!
Hey, ladies!
See,
I do have my coffee stout.
Oh, it's coffee stout. Okay. Salud, folks. Salud.
Salute.
Before, some Eileen just, Eileen. I love Eileen. Man, I gotta fix this thing. Unfortunately, it only does a cool job of like, hey, this part is censored. Thank you, Eileen. Let me go back and check out what everyone was saying, because some folks was already in here waiting. I gotta tell you guys a funny story. So right before I started, what I always do traditionally is I either restart the machine, or in this case, I was being lazy, so I logged out, I logged back in. I never have a problem. Today when I logged back in, the fans was like, ah! And I was like, what the heck? But I remember yesterday I was doing a test of the Deity microphone, which I thought was pretty good, but it just doesn't match my voice. But I guess I forgot to switch the fans back to normal, and that sucker came back screaming. I've never heard my fans make that much noise except for rendering a 3D file. Okay, Michael has a question. Michael Jackson, I'm going to pin your question so I can come back to it. I see that. I appreciate you, brother. Lee and Mike was here mad early, so good to see there. Thank you, Michael Jackson, for the super chat.
How you like that?
Yes, sir. All right, I got your question pinned. I will come back to that after we say greetings and salutations to Brother Glitz, whose shirt right now is actually throwing me all the way off.
It's my beer hops.
I like it.
Adam.
I like it. It's dope. Rob said he went to the camera store this morning. They had no digital equipment. That's funny. I appreciate that, Rob. Hey, Scott. Scott's here. Good to see you. My partner in crime from DJ's live streaming, Mr. Scott Smoking Stills, or as I like to say, Smocking. Sammy Super Chat is in the building. We already said hello to Miss Eileen, and thank you, Miss Eileen, for joining the class today. She is the bomb. I'm just telling you, she's the bomb. Hey, you like that? You like that? Cool. Don't worry, coming to a store near you. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. I really, really pressed that. Oh, man. Glitch got the Ecam mug popping. Today I'm on my I Love New York mug, volume 2. Supreme Gecko is back, man. Good to see you. I'm like happy that you're here. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Mr. Camera Junkie Luis is in the building. Tommy Ellison is in the building. The Magic Man, Beard and Banjos. Yo, you know what? We got to talk. I need you to come on my stream because I'm starting to do some refresh. So I did a little root clipping, tried to even it out. I'm switching up my routine a little bit. I would love to talk to you and just talk to you about your channel. But I got this new butter. Bruh, it's soft. Like, I can't stop messing with it myself. And then we won't talk about the lady. You just know. All of us bearded men, we know. The lady just goes. Oh. Like when David Blackman goes, hey, this is David Blackman. Same thing. When they just touch the beard, they just melt. Hey, Gigi. Good to see you here. She's going to slap me for maybe saying that, but it's just way easier than trying to say Glenisa. I'm just saying. Wade is in the building. Where you going, Wayne? Where you going? Good to see you here, boss. Let's see. Oh, my God. The ever impressive, the world's greatest Sylvia Nixon in the building. She is the purveyor of this lovely hat. Don't worry, folks. You guys will find out soon. And Mr. Albert is in the building from Cleveland. He's at the Lawsons over on over on 147th Street. That's where I grew up. Every summer at my grandma's house. Dude, right there by the Cotton Club liquor store. But yeah, they have weird liquor store in Cleveland, but there's a place called the Cotton Club, or maybe it was Cotton Club Ginger Ale. Anyway, he knows what I'm talking about. Right down the street from Kennedy High School. There you go. I'm thinking about okay, let me put this question over here. Mr. Banjos, I got you, brother. I'm pinning your guys' question. I'm just coming through. Yes, Kevin, thank you. I saw that last night. I appreciate you, brother. Can't wait to have you in. It'll be great. Almost done. I'm making it down to the bottom. Dude, my brother's so hilarious. He says there's a glitch in your stream. I love it. Brian, do you use Twitter?
I do use Twitter.
Okay.
Barely.
Okay, but I put that, I don't know why, as a habit now, when I do this, like above his head, that's his Instagram. I don't know why, but that's become my default thing instead of Twitter, but yeah, I guess. Okay.
It works for all.
G, I got your question here. I'm going to pin you in the favorite section over there. And then, yes, I'm almost down there. Sammy Super Chat. Thank you. Sammy says he hears an echo. I don't hear an echo, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let me know. Say something.
Something.
Yeah, I don't hear it. Anybody else?
I hear myself a little bit.
Yeah. Anybody else hear an echo? Let me know. Oh, here, let me try this. All right. Now say something again.
Something really smart again. There we go.
I might have had my studio monitors loud because I was dancing. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. I just pulled the Scott. I forgot to turn down the studio monitors. 2 days in a row, nonetheless. Okay, cool. And Junior is here representing Team Hawaii. We got June, we got Junior, and then we got Doc. And then so Team Hawaii is in the building. Good to see you here, Mr. Dr. Tompkins. I was going to say Mr. Doctor. Anyway, gang, we caught up with the greetings and salutations. I appreciate everybody for being here. And hopefully we got the volume situation solved because my dumb butt was in here blasting the K-Rockers doing the moonwalk across the room. So, Mr. Glitch, tell us a little bit about you. I think most of the people in the chat know who you are, but just in case somebody catches this on the flip side, explain who you is while I drink this here lovely deliciousness.
Yeah, well, Brian, a.k.a. Glitch, I always say I'm your friendly host through all things geekery because that's what I grew up in. I grew up in technology, hammering in memory at the age of 2, 3, back when my uncle would babysit me, and then came up through the music industry. My mom did the teeth she was in dental, but she did lighting and dental, 2 different worlds for Bon Jovi. So toured around doing that type of stuff. And then became a computer guy for my day job, but I also have a degree in physics. So I'm obviously a science geek and I'm a photographer. So if there was something I could get my hands into, I pretty much tried, if it's technology based, I loved it. And that's what I like to do with my channel is just trying to find people who need help with technology and fill that gap, especially for small businesses. Times like now, I don't want any small business to fail just because technology is hard. It shouldn't be hard. It doesn't need to be hard. I mean, we all know eCam. It doesn't have to be hard. So that's me.
Dude, you know what's really cool is that I went to school with Bond's little sister, Ann. We was in swimming club together. Anchovy.
Anchovy. Nice.
I'm sorry.
You had me.
No, I had you. Hey, that was almost a Tom Buck level dad joke.
Yeah,
that
was
but
good.
You can see my dad jokes are so bad because I want no damn kids. Anyway, bro, I appreciate it. And it's kind of cool. Like LGL family, we have our own living Sheldon in our group. It's Brian
I'll say.
Glitch.
I'll say the kids do know over in so I have a little theater area off to the side over here, and I have a spot. So I do have my spot. It's right in the center. No one sits in my spot. It's right in the center.
See,
it's straight on.
We have our own resident Sheldon. That's pretty dope. Thank you. Okay, I gotta say congratulations again to Mr. Supreme Geek for coming in and kicking with us. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that too, Supreme Gecko. See, I'm mixing up you and him. See, I need more this premium edition LaCroix with 0.0% alcohol. Some of you guys probably say LaCroix, but I'm telling you, man, it's LaCroix. Just saying. I'm waiting to get yelled at about that. Thank you, Supreme Gecko. I appreciate you, brother. Okay, let me tackle 2 questions real quick, and then we'll comb into your channel and start talking some story a little bit. So, Mr. Michael Jackson said, can you go over the best accessories for the M1 Mac and the M1 MacBook Pro? I spent a little money when I was down, and I'm ready to spend a little bit more before we do the 30 in April. Okay, so the primary first thing you should get, like straight off the bat, is one of these. This is a Thunderbolt hub. You can get a Thunderbolt dock. One of the two you're going to need. I kind of sort of say get both, because this one will allow you the most ports to plug in Thunderbolt-oriented thing, but it lacks all of the standard ports, like SD card reader, a bunch more USB-As. There's only one standard USB-A here, things like that. So this will come in really handy. Now, what you can do is, if you have already a previously super slow USB-C hub, I don't know how I got stuck, you can daisy chain this, because one of the things that Thunderbolt 4 brought to the table that is not really effective in Thunderbolt 3 is the ability to daisy chain, and it also made it so that the PC side can get all of the features that we've had for years, right? Basically, that's what they did. So you can take your older hub and plug it in here, but the advantage of the Thunderbolt hub is there's more Thunderbolt ports, whereas a Thunderbolt dock will be like a traditional USB-C dock. You don't want to just throw a USB-C dock on, because it will slow down your system and you will lose some power. So this one is the OWC. There's one by Anker, one by CalDigit. They're all basically the same. I personally like the CalDigit, but that will probably be the hardest one for you to get at the moment. I find right now readability. Availability states that the OWC and the Anker will come a little faster. They're relatively the same price. They're within $30 to $40 of each other. Just get in where you fit in and jump on that. That's going to be quite important. That's the number one accessory other than an external drive. And my Western Digital, I took it upstairs. Hey, Eileen, thank you again. Eileen is feeling generous. Someone check her cup to make sure she's not drinking. I love you, Eileen. Thank you. Ooh, why did you do that? Don't do that, Doc. Uh-oh, that doesn't work.
I will add for the non-M1 people,
Yes.
like the MacBook Pro, 16s, like Doc said, the problem with the USB versus Thunderbolt docks is most of the time, if you have a MacBook Pro 16, you require 90 to 95 watts of power to keep it powered with all the stuff connected. Every USB dock, every USB that I've ever seen pretty much only delivers 60 watts at
60
the
to
top.
67, yeah. The most one I've ever seen is 67, and that's CalDigit.
Yep.
So yes.
In which case you plug in anything, it just dies slowly.
So that's the advantage. And Miss D was having that problem, and she only has a 13, but we couldn't really figure that out, and now it makes sense, is because with all of the hubs, because most of them don't have the juice, the pass-through doesn't really work. So you still have to waste one of your ports to be directly plugged in via your brick, because they're not really passing through. So yes, that is a good thing. But yeah, Mike, that's the primary thing that you need, so to speak. I have this entire thing because Miss Eileen keeps yelling at me to get it done. And I finally got the outline polished. And where'd I put it? Here, come here. It's in this book somewhere. So this is my M1 list right here. So it covers docks, CalDigit Element, OWC, Anchor, Pluggable. It covers the hubs, CalDigit, OWC, and Anchor. For audio, I just RCP. I mean, come on, where we at? For your camera, I put the Canon EOS R, EOS RP, the Sony A6400, Sony A6600, A6100, the Sony ZV-1. For monitor, the LG Ultrafine 27-inch 4K, the LG Ultrafine 34-inch WVHD, meaning wide UHD, sorry, or the LG Ultrafine 32-inch 4K, or the LG Ultrafine 5K 2K at 40 inches. You guys get a pattern here? Just get freaking LG. I'm just saying. BenQ is also pretty dope. Samsung is I just don't like their styling, but they're great monitors. It's not that they're bad. I just prefer LG because I love the on-screen management thing that it comes with, and I know Sammy does copy that now. Not Sammy Superstar, but Sammy as in Sammy Sung. For your mouse, I chose the Logitech MX Master 3 because it is what it is, or the Apple Magic Mouse and Trackpad. Those are the best. And for your keyboards, I should check the Logitech group that comes with this, but my ultimate favorite is the Keychron because I love mechanical keyboards. I like mechanical keyboards, and I cannot lie. Last one would be the Razer Huntsman, and then you just got to pull the keycaps and replace it with the Mac keys if you want. And then, yeah, that's the primary list for right now. I'm still digging. This is going to be a long article because there's so much things. But also a lot of things are finally getting their act together to be M1 ready. So in a way, those of you guys who dragged by a little bit, you're a little bit better off. Yeah, so I hope that covered your question. Beard and Banjo says, I'm thinking about a second monitor from M1 Mac Mini. Not sure what I need. Yes, the Thunderbolt hub will help, but you really need, if you plug it in and it doesn't bite directly. So for instance, if I plug my Dell in to my Mac or my hub, it won't bite directly. It just refuses to catch. I suspect the reason is my LG 34-inch is so big that it's kind of eating up the mana for the two displays. So still got some playing around to do, but you can secret sauce that with a display link adapter. Any one of the decent display link adapters out there will get you started. I like StarTech, I like OWC, I like Sonnet, and I like CalDigit. All of those, I can say will work really good. I heard from Chris Wood that Pluggable is also pretty legit, but you do need to know, make sure you pay attention, or I would call them first, because there are some that are Windows only. And I don't know why, because it's kind of ignorant. But there are some that are Windows only, so just make sure you double check that. But you will probably need why didn't I put that on screen? There you go. You will probably need a display link adapter. Don't get that confused with display port adapter. Display link. It's a very important technology key. All right, last question. It says, web presenter studio for a church. Installer recommends. I don't have any unfair, unweighted thoughts. OBS sucks. That has nothing to do with Ecamm. They could fire me tomorrow and I still would not go back to OBS. OBS absolutely freaking sucks. That software thing you're doing, the Blackmagic Web Presenter Studio, that has jack to do with OBS versus Ecamm. It has nothing. It's a piece of hardware. It has nothing to do with it. You could actually take OBS and Ecamm, throw them both in the trash, and that still would work. You're just going to lose all of this dopeness. Like, that has nothing to do with it whatsoever. That guy is speaking directly from his experience. But you could use anything with the hardware device that you're buying, because the hardware device is moving pictures. That's all it's doing. So it doesn't have any concern with, like, you could run that app in Photoshop. That has nothing to do with your streaming platform. So yeah, anyway, you could ask me that question anytime and I would tell you it sucks. I just can't stand it. It was fun. I did it for 3 years, but Imagine a football team with zero coach. That's it. It's open source software. Open source software is great because it's free. That is the best thing in the world. Open source software is absolutely free. There's no coach. There's no project lead. There's no manufacturer. There's nobody responsible for things when they get up. Nobody. They can just be like, oh, didn't work, my bad. You know, you got people like me, Glitz, Louise, Miss Eileen, all of us, we're just all writing code and sending it to the repository. Then everybody downloads it. So Glitz could accidentally write a glitch into your broadcast and you won't find out until you're in the middle of using it. And once something happens, there's no response. And your support is the internet. There's no company. Streamlabs OBS, they got a company around it. If I was going to have to give OBS a thing, it would be Streamlabs OBS. And I tried that for about a week before I got Ecamm, and I couldn't take it because it was just as bad, if not worse, than OBS. So if you don't want to use Ecamm for whatever reason, go to Wirecast. Give them their $800. At least you can call somebody and yell at them. There's that. All right.
I'll say most people I know who say that on the Blackmagic side, if they say OBS, and people for it, it's really because they're talking about the local copy and backing up a copy. That's where they came from, and they do that for free. So they heard it from a support person at Blackmagic who said, oh no, you want to make a copy? Because even the ATEM, I have the ATEM Mini Pro, which I don't use for any of the broadcast features because Ecamm does better. And even for I can go off to a hard drive on it. And even with the hard drive, they would tell you, oh, hey, for a backup, go to OBS. I'm like, well, no, I'll just go through Ecamm. Yeah,
and then, Ecamm's recording to your hard drive anyway. So what's the other backup?
Exactly.
Exactly. I kind of sort of don't get it. Okay, so here's how you want to make sure you back it up. If you're that worried and you want to back up, here's how you do it. Ecamm records to your hard drive. That's copy one. Go from Ecamm to Restream to YouTube. Even if it's only one location, Ecamm to Restream to YouTube, that's copy two. And then you can always download the broadcast from YouTube. That would be copy three. So you have three sources or three backups you can grab at any given time. The last thing you can do, which is probably the smartest, is out of the camera into a Shinobi or a Ninja or some other form of recording monitor, take the output of the monitor into the cam link into Ecamm. But no, because why? Because that kind of recorder is going to shut up. Because that kind of recorder is going to cost you another $1,000. So it's easier to just yell at the internet. I'm just saying. Most of the stuff that people complain about for their most important end of the world streams, I can solve with more money. I'm just saying. It's kind of the thing. All right, cool. Let me just check it where we at. Hey, Steve is here. We're good to go. Good to see you. Those docs don't care whether you have Big Sur or not because all of the above docs actually work in Windows. So that immediately negated the premise.
Actually, the Thunderbolt 4 ones do require Big Sur. Thunderbolt 3 doesn't. But
yeah, but they'll
does.
jump. Okay, so that's the answer. When they on something that's not Big Sur, they become Thunderbolt 3. That's true story. Actually, in only Thunderbolt 4 is only on Mac Minis and M1s anyway. So there's that. Exactly. And Mac Minis and M1s only run on Big Sur. So there's that. So yeah. All right. There you go. Hey, good question, Mr. Beards and Banjos. Okay, so they moved it, so it's going to take me a second to look for it. In the Buy Me a Coffee page, first of all, gang, if you're not on Buy Me a Coffee, hurry up. They're bringing podcasts soon, so I don't have to look at the feed to see when Miss Eileen does an Anchor podcast. It will just, she could actually have a button on her page that goes straight to that. It's coming very soon. I'm so excited. Anyway, you go into settings and you go into integrations. Let's see. Tell me I set this up correctly. Yes, I did. So you go over here into settings down here at the bottom, and then you click on integrations, and then you click on customize, and then it says someone bought you 4 coffees. So you copy this URL, you copy the URL, and then I have this sound right here. I can change that sound. I just forgot about that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to change that sound. Anyway, so once you grab the URL and you have it in your buffer for your interwebs, then you come over here to live demo mode. Here we go. Live demo mode. You press on the glue bay, and then you take the URL and you paste it in. And then I like to set it for, 15 frames a second or so. I found that it works better if you do 1,000. Don't know why, but it just does because it's kind of goofy. Otherwise, it comes out crooked. So then you press that, and then here's the widget, and then I click to embiggen. I bring it down here on the bottom, and then if someone coffees me a coffee, it should do this. And it takes a couple of seconds, but it's gotten much faster. Okay, and then for beers and banjos, you might want to turn yours to light blue. That light blue change was quick. The test is still thinking, but yes, you can change to light blue, or you can change it to Gren. And, oh man, the updates on this is dope. Maybe me changing the colors just messed up the test, but that's basically how you do it. I'll turn it back to purple and then wonder why the test is taking forever. This time I won't touch anything. Okay, now the test went. So that's all you got to do. So I'm going to come back out of here, out of live demo mode, and that's it. There we go. New supporter. Someone bought you a coffee. Great work.
How you like that?
Let me stop that. There we go. Hey, okay, there's a second test because the other fake someone bought because I pressed it twice. If you ask it nice, you get it twice, boss. So yeah, it's really, really dope. I am so happy with this platform. It is amazing. I think it is a great way for people like Glitz and, like even K-Walk or Rob Vols, people that are just starting out, you haven't hit your YouTube setup for your super chats and things like that. I just think it's better. I never want to, take anything away from YouTube super chats because super chats help YouTube earn revs so YouTube can in turn keep giving us good server quality and good speeds. And they're the best of all the streaming platforms for quality, sound, all of the above. They're the absolute best. I really don't know why so many people try so hard to go everywhere else because YouTube's actually the best. But hey, maybe they think I'm swimming in a smaller pond or a different fish. I don't know what I said. You know what I said, but I don't know what I said. Kathy, good to see you here. Okay. Rob got his OWC.
Say, if he doesn't want to get it out of the box, he can send it over.
Yeah, no doubt. What was up with the having the hub? Because it came with, or are you talking about the bigger one? You got the bigger one. Yeah, so I know this is pure semantics, Daniel, but on the bigger one, that's a dock. The little guy is a hub, and the primary difference is the hubs will have more Thunderbolts, whereas the docks will only have one that you connect and one extra, and that drives me freaking batty. And the reason why it kind of always existed that way until now, Thunderbolt 4 spec allowed for hubbing, whereas the old Thunderbolt spec did not. Oh, no. T3 is dope. T3 is 130 watts of power, I think. It's a lot. T3 is fine. You are good to go there. Don't worry. I have... no, I don't have it. Hey, Simply Ops, by the way. Thank you for being here. I do have it on my kid page, but no, because nobody is in the store yet except Anchor. So... I do have the Anchor on my kid page. I'm pretty positive. Everybody else is lacking and they haven't got their stuff into Amazon yet, but that's because they're so popular. It's easier for you to just buy direct right now. So for the most part, OWC, CalDigit, these guys are all buying direct. I did find the Anchor one on the Amazon store and I only bought it because it was the only Thunderbolt 4 that was available on Amazon. Oh, there's a Kensington. But Kensington, I don't know. They got kind of goofy with their price. I'm like, really, people? Really? Like,
Yeah, I
damn.
always have mixed results with Kensington. I mean, good
Right.
company with the locks. When they used to have the Kensington locks to lock down your computers, those things were amazing back from a security point of view. But I never really trusted the like Kensington keyboards they had for a while. They seemed to be a little janky.
The
and
only thing that Kensington ever brought to the table that I absolutely love, and mine, the plastic finally just melted. It not really melted, it dry rotted, so it started cracking. Remember the old Kensington trackball?
Oh yeah, with the thumb, like they had the thumb drive ones, the orbitals.
Yeah. So the big one, the one that was about yo big square, we would go to the billiard hall and accidentally remove an 8-ball, come back and polish it up, and it worked perfectly in the thing. And so I always had a Kensington with the 8-ball, and they used to be like my lucky number is 8, and they used to be like a logo thing. So June had this dope logo of me, and it said like D 8-ball C, and it had me in my DJ thing like stepping through, and that was my thing for the longest time. And when Stussy first came out, I spent a metric ton of money on 8-ball gear. I was so glad when they kind of fades because they was breaking me. So yeah, I really love that.
I'm not gonna lie, I bought that one specifically because I was such a big Marble Madness game fan. But I was like spinning around. I'm like, I gotta get this going. It's like double hand.
Doesn't that remind you of, remember the original John Madden, not the cartridge, but when you pinch your fingers in the thing? Oh my God. I love that game. That game and like OG Pac-Man. Man, I was spending so much time on Pac-Man and I think it's called Berserk. The one where you go like this and then you come back. Oh, that's Defender. Where the plane would go like, yeah, Defender. And you got to pick the man up and then fly them around. Yeah, there you go. We're old.
I collect those little mini arcades. So I have Defender over there, Galaga, Pac-Man, Cubert, a bunch of them. So I made a little mini arcade.
Oh, I'm over here telling you jokes about Pac-Man, and I forgot that you have Pinky back there. Oh, actually, that was Pinky.
Changed color.
I just realized that. It just switched on me. Holy goodness, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah, my son actually got me these 2 new ones just yesterday.
Oh,
but they're not showing up great there yet. So I've got Batman Joker over on that side. So I've got a Batman Joker going on that I switched to LGL purple.
Nice.
And then to my glitch green for R2D2, C3PO, and BB-8.
Oh, that's so cool. And I like the Tetris blocks too. Although at first glance, I thought it was a Rubik's Cube for a second.
Well, what I love about that one is you can pick them up. They move around.
Oh, really? So you can restack them?
Yeah. What? If I grab one off, in fact, I knock them over all the time. So you'll notice that's a different configuration.
Oh, yeah. That's slick. Yeah. Okay. I am doing live streams wrong. I do the live stream right to YouTube, no recording. Actually, depending on your live streaming software, it should be making a local recording. With Ecamm, that's automatic. The reason why I mentioned that restream thing is if you wanted to have another backup, you can put one more in the way. So a restreaming service like Restream would also do a recording as well. You don't have to do that. That's just, for people that are worried about multiple backups. Yes, tell them, Rob. Tell them the truth. And thank you, Miss Eileen, for that, putting that in there. That is very, very important. I'm with you. I'm with you, Master Camera Junkie. Well, I just went, Master Camera Junkie.
I do have to say for Master Camera Junkie, ColecoVision. I agree. We played that all the time.
Oh
so much
my
so,
God, I love ColecoVision.
We found one about 5-6 years ago there was a comic book coffee shop that I used to help with their tech, which was just amazing. I got to go in, read comic books, and drink coffee. But we went out and found a ColecoVision, hooked it up to the screen, and we would just sit there, coffee, God. Comic books, and Coleco. Yeah, it was like being a kid again.
And television and Atari. I was that kid. Here you go. Listen, this for you, Tommy. That was for Tommy Zamuda.
That sounded great.
Hey, ZV, not ZV1. Oh my goodness, I am so mental today. SM7B, because Tommy said that Sheffield in the house and thirsty, so I just had to give him one. I didn't even know if that was going to come off, so I'm glad it came off.
But I should have saved some for Tommy.
Yeah, what's not coming up for you? Let's see. They're trying to figure something out. You guys are confusing me. Okay, I have the one with the Thunderbolt on one side and the 3 Thunderbolt and 4 years. Yeah, that's the Element. That's the same one I got.
Yeah, that one should have came with a cable.
Yeah, it did come with a cable. Oh, it's too short. I got it. Okay, so here, I got you, Daniel. Let me explain this real quick. Thunderbolt cables are not USB-C cables. They're always going to be starting. Okay, let's just give you a fact. If it doesn't cost $40, don't buy it. Because a Thunderbolt cable, Thunderbolt 4 cable.
Like this one, if you can see it, it's still a USB-C. Well, if it shows it.
Yeah.
Shows it. Yeah. It's still a USB-C, but obviously the other side, it's not. So you can, it's just a universal connector.
Yeah, but inside the Thunderbolt cables, there's a chip in each end. So that's what helps mitigate the speed, let it know that it's a Thunderbolt cable. So because Thunderbolt 4 cables have that chip, they cost more than a standard USB-C. This guy is a standard like 1 meter guy, but a 2.2 meter Thunderbolt cable from CalDigit, Apple, Anchor, Belkin, it should be about $40. That's the general rule, and OWC as well. OWC might be the cheapest as far as cables go, but don't go crazy off brand names on them because they're throwing way too much speed, data, and power. You just can't trust it. But you have to know that from day one all the way back in Thunderbolt 1, Thunderbolt cables were roughly $75 because of the chip that's in there. There's a computer chip inside each end of the cable for authentication and some data management and things like that. So yeah, I know they seem expensive because they look just like the USB-C cable I was playing with a second ago, and they're not. They're not even close. They're not even the same friends. They shouldn't even be in the conversation together. It's a catch-22. The industry made them look the same, which is great, but not great if people don't know. You have to also pay very close attention. It will always have the lightning bolt when it's a Thunderbolt. If it doesn't have the lightning bolt, it's a USB-C cable.
I'll say that's what I was gonna bring up. You should always look for the Thunderbolt, but then also if you look at it as an indicator from a distance, most USB-Cs, as weird as it is, they do round the edges down here. If you look at a lot of them, where a Thunderbolt one is almost always square because to make room for that chip.
That, man, I didn't even think about that as 100% true. You got to have it more square because you need the chip to fit in there. Bomba-clot. You said Qbert was the best. Qbert would, I sucked at Qbert. I would try so good. I was good at video games, but that game would just mess me up.
See, I would love that game and I would play it, but you'd always get to that point where you get frustrated and you're just like, it's suicide mode. And you're just jumping off the edge. Like, I'm done. I'm angry. And you're just like, clip, 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 jump. Clip, clip.
We're going to have to, I got to get one of those machines that has all the games in it. And we're just going to have to have old school game night in the LGL community one night. All right. So what I want to do now is flipping the scripts. I want to bring up G's channel and let's talk about it.
I will say if we do have LGL game night, I am going to switch my setup over to the pinball tables because I've got a couple over there. So we'll play that.
Dude, I love pinball. You know, because I grew up near a bowling alley. So we used to always go to the bowling alley. And bowling alley was like one of the original arcades. And then arcades became arcades because the bowling alley ran out of room. But in the beginning, it was always the bowling alley or the sub shop was where you went to go play games. And we used to stand in front of the sub shop. Pizza Hut, there you go. And we would go in and play, actually Miss Pac-Man at Pizza Hut until we get kicked out. And then I had a buddy named Gary who actually wrote one of the original books on Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, and we went to high school together, and we would be there so long that they would just get mad at us and tell us we got to go, and we'd be on the same quarter, and Gary would just be like, he was the man. It was so dope.
That's what. If you're good enough, especially with pinball, you go with 50 cents. You're there all day. If you're good enough.
You mean Curtis? Curtis is way younger than me. That was a stupid joke.
How you like that?
Oh, that was funny. Curtis, get it? 50 cents. That was funny. Okay.
50 cents.
It wasn't that funny. Scott, I do have a 16, and I did get it with a 512. I think you can only get the 16 with the 512, if I remember correctly. I don't add hard when I buy a Mac, no matter what it is, notebook, whatever. I never buy any bigger drives from them because external 2 terabyte Sabret rocket that runs 5,000 megabytes per second costs $300. So that's just a better look. It's Thunderbolt too, though. It's not a USB-C drive. Okay, so Glitz, looking at your channel, let me close this Two Buddy Stuffs for a second. Mm-hmm. The one thing I have to say you're extremely consistent with is your thumbnails, and that's kind of dope. Okay? The small writing on the thumbnails, though, when you get mobile, that's going to be hard to deal with. You're not going to really be able to read them. And you're a handsome enough dude. TubeBuddy algorithm checker, which is actually using some kind of AI from Amazon, will tell you to put your mug on there. If people click on my thumbnails and my ugly mug, then put your mug on there.
That sounds good. I've debated on it, and of course, I tell you the truth, I get lazy from it, and that's why.
So you're okay, everyone. We're gonna need you guys vote in the comments if we should send Glitz to timeout or not, because the number one reason why, family, the number one reason why people have problems with putting their photos onto their thumbnails, I'm gonna just throw this out there, is because they don't have the ability to take good pictures. Glit, what's one of your professions?
Yeah, I owned a portrait studio for quite a while.
Back to the corner with you, sir. I'm like, seriously, bro. Okay, everybody who thinks that because Glitch is a photographer and he's not taking his thumbnail pictures, that he is just being lazy. Write lazy in the comments, please.
At least I can see that in myself. I actually always look at it too and go, I never know what to do in them. And then I watch everyone else's and I'm like, I should just record. And I should sit there and make a bunch of faces like I noticed Lem and everyone else doing in the group, pre-recording on his test day. So
see?
If Lem can do it, I can do it.
Hey, okay, JFK, you're not late. You're good. You're on Jamaican time, so you square. And then Rob said Glitch is pretty, so do it. Right? Kevin said the Canva Pro Rec is dope. Dude, I am a Photoshop dude. And even with Photoshop CC, with the new select subject, Canva Pro, believe it or not, it's just quick. And the reason why I like Canva Pro, as good as I am in Photoshop, I can actually make them faster in Canva Pro. And I was kicking and screaming, I don't need no Canva Pro. I'm a Photoshop professional. I used to be a Photoshop teacher. I don't need no, man, Canva Pro is legit. It's just way quicker. I'm sorry, it just is. Tommy said you look handsome from across the pond, but then Tommy is probably also on his third or fourth beer by now because it's Saturday evening. So
I'll say I look handsome with the beer goggles. I know that one.
Hey, there you go. He said, yes, definitely need your face in the thumbnail. Look, everybody out here saying time out. Gigi said time up. So you really fired now. If I don't know if you know about Gigi, I wouldn't mess with her. I think she could fight. Just saying.
I've talked with her a bit.
Yeah, she looked like she would knock you out. So you better listen to her. Look, they're getting on your case. I just wanted to let everybody know that Glitch is being lazy, because not only does he have the portrait studio, he got some of the best cameras in the business, and you just got to go in and do a bunch in a row, right? I had the dopest experience recently, fam. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Can he do this without breaking the internet? I have my buddy John LeBlanc down the hallway. He's also in the Ecamm group, and he pops in the LGL every once in a while. He's a great musician, but his wifey is a professional actress. She plays on Hawaii Five-0, and she's been doing some acting training and coaching and stuff here. So she went and she was doing a setup. She's like, I'm gonna set up a thing for people to just come in and do headshots for their improv classes and for their acting profiles. So she's just gonna do a particular day. So they set these appointments up in like 20-minute blocks. You come in, you do your little, spray down, spin around, get clean, wait to dry. You go in, take off your mask, and you stand on the stage. They built the the Caleb Pike studio on a cart, on a what do you call this thing? C-stand. So they have the whole thing on the C-stand with a Falconized 12 at the top, the A6400 right here, Sigma 16 lens, all set up, USB cable going back to the MacBook. So she's all the way across the room with the MacBook and the Sony shooting software open. It's called Image Edge, right? So you got the Image Edge open. Then they got the output of that coming over to like a 50-inch TV also on the cart so you can see, right? So you're standing there, and she is cracking me up. She's just saying all kind of crazy stuff, and it's like, okay, shake it out, and then go down for a little bit, and then pop up and look at the camera. And so I got some of the best face reactions on images, and I haven't edited a lot of these, but man, I came out with some pretty dope images. And let me see if I can do this without breaking anything.
I used to have my old photo studio. I used to have I built a fluorescent and then LED setup that was a square, which is one of my profile pictures, where I'd make a square light, and we'd let people come in and do headshots with those for little bits here and there. So that was a lot of fun. Back when I had the old space. Now I don't have that space anymore.
Oh, it doesn't know how to. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Wait. If I put all of these in, if I say open that preview at once, this might break the computer. Let me try like 5 at a time. I was going to say, if I do open with preview at once, will it put it in a single thing, or will it open all the windows? And I forget. Okay.
I mean, if they're in a folder, you could just go into thumbnail mode.
It didn't work. I tried that.
It didn't?
Yeah, NDI doesn't read it like that. That was exactly what I tried. Okay, here we go. This should work. Okay, there it is. So, why do you not read?
One thing I've been messing around with the Sienna NDI is that you can do that. You can do a drawed square, or you can do instead of showing the entire space, you can do a kind of cropped view. So then you can take your desktop and do a cropped view of that one.
Oh yeah, I messed with it for like 3 seconds and I didn't. So look, these came out pretty good. Some of them are me like laughing, or like this again, me
That's
asking
awesome.
questions. But it's so simple, and there's no backdrop. They literally painted the wall black for this, and it's kind of cool. There's one that I told her that I would kill her if she showed anybody, but because you guys are I'll show it to you because it's kind of funny. Here, I did this one.
I love it. So good.
I'm gonna get.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's just super hilarious. Now let me fix my Ecamm back now that I broke it. Hey, how the heck did Chrome jump all the way over here to the LG? Okay, I just got finished singing your praises, LG, and then you do something crazy like throw my application to the whole other side of the wall. All right, there we go. So, yes, I think, dude, definitely put your face on there. Like, right? Seriously, come on, bro.
All right. I'll set up some time to take some photos. I don't have the studio space anymore, so I'll just create one
Just
at the
go
house.
outside,
but I'll do that.
bro. See, here's what's dope. Okay, wait. See, now you guys are getting on my case. Now I'm gonna show you some more. I just did. Oh, the one that's on the thing today is literally from outside in the park. Like, but Canva does such a good job of chopping it out. I
Cut out.
purposely made it look more purple than it really is, but I literally just took that in the park, because now the cutout software is just so good. Whether Photoshop or Canva, or even, I'm not a fan of these ones that you can get free online that everybody will tell you about. This was literally in the driveway in front of the convenience store.
Nice.
But that's all you guys ever see is this much of it. You know what I mean? But the cutout stuff is so good nowadays. Just go grab it. And then even when you put in, don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
I'm gonna have to shave more often.
No, leave it. Beard and
geez,
Bezos
that
would
just
tell
might
you
clean up.
to leave it.
No, I'll work on that. I'll get that in there.
Like that,
I'll make that my
it
next
will really help. And you know what it is? I've been paying attention to the click magnet feature. Let me see if I can pull click magnet in here. Okay. Come on. Wake up, Mary. All right, guys. So you guys who don't know, this is TubeBuddy. I am going to throw the overlay up real fast. It's going to cover Brian's face, but who cares? He don't care. So this is TubeBuddy's click magnet. You can get the TubeBuddy through docrock.live/TB. That's docrock.live/TB. Let's pick Brian up just a taste. So what you do is you come over here and you say get started. And then what it will do is it will run through your thumbnails real quick. And Brian's will be easy. It'll be like, dude, where the heck is your face? No, they use a science-based algorithm that Amazon bought, but it comes from some higher up university. And it talks about your element inspectors, right? Should you include face in your thumbnails? And it's like the general rule of thumb, pun intended, is yes, bringing a human element of a face, especially with emotion, will drive more clicks in your video. Most of your recent 50 uploads all have contained faces, so we're unable to provide analysis. Yeah, because I know better. But that's beside the point. Okay, now, which emotions drive the most click, right? It says use the graph to the left to get a sense of how it works. So my happy thumbnails, and it shows which ones are happy, which is basically me in my blue shirt. It will say images with none. I don't have any of those. Machines that look surprised, like my I really effed up thumbnail, and it has a 4.84% CTR. Boss, if you get a 5 CTR on a video, you are winning. I am a loser by 0.16%. I mean, so that's dope. And then my calm ones only get a click-through rate of 1.92%. So calm face, not so hot, right? Happy face, almost a 4.5, and then the surprise face is almost a 5. So that means I need to do more surprise faces on my thumbnails. I don't do angry. Doc's never confused. I'm definitely not disgusted, and I'm not mixed. I don't know what the heck that means. And then
I'm trying to figure out the mixed face. Like how do you
do a mixed face? Or maybe when you have two folks on there, one happy, one sad, right?
I'll let you know when they put my face on there, and
it's going to go what in the. Hey, today, YouTuber just broke click magnets from TubeBuddy. So it says that what size face drives the most clicks, right? Is the long shot, is the medium shot, or is the close up? Don't take it personally, but putting yourself in front and center isn't always best. Certain types of channels, cooking, so if it makes sense, tech, do better focusing more on the subject, whereas vlogging, family, etc., large faces can help, okay? So for me, the long shots perform extremely well, right? They're 4.5. And again, if you get a CTR of 5, you just big poppied one out the park. That was the sound of when the ball. Sorry, opening day is Tuesday, guy. Do you understand? I am like losing my mind. Opening day is close. All right. You get a CTR of 3 when I'm pulling off the medium shot, and I don't really do the close-ups because, I'm old. So then they say faces with text or no text, I got all text because, you know, I know better. And then way too much words in the title. Okay? So this is where you're showing like how much stuff you have in the title. Every time I have the word setup or best or easy, I am killing it with those words in my thumbnails, right? Ecamm is bringing in 4.2%. 2020 is bringing 4.21%. And how, you know, when I have how in the title, and then when I have Glick in the title, I get 1.52. I'm joking.
Ooh.
It ain't figured that one out yet. Come on, I'm joking.
I'll say that's
So-
1.25 higher than I thought it would be.
So, boss, it's a definitive answer is we definitely want to get faces in the thumbnails just because people vibe to that. Now, I've heard YouTubers recently say that something about the open mouth is inviting, and I didn't do those on purpose. I did those because my friend Kimmy had me cracking up laughing, but you see all the YouTubers making that face like a fly is going to go in. I don't know how I feel about that. I had a couple teeth missing from kickboxing, and so
That's the one. So my question for you from a thumbnail point of view, for a face, do you feel, because I know for yours, sometimes we use the same image. Do you feel like some people where they need a different thumbnail image or different thumbnail personal image for each one, or is it okay to have a cycle of a few? Let's say like 10, 20, and then
player. Look, B, check it out. Don't overthink it, bro. Look at this list right here. This is one
I'm
whole
just
solid.
asking.
Look, this is one whole solid page, bro. It's all the same exact shirt, like all the way down this entire. Actually, of the 50, or this is 30. Of the 30, only one of them is not that shirt. So, and then, I mean, it's the exact same thumbnail. So I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that if you have to get lazy, that version of lazy is better than no picture lazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I have made a commitment to myself that I want to play with thumbnails more, because they are. I mean, you're a photographer. You know, thumbnails drive you, man. They just bring you in. Even when you walking through the store looking at magazines, like you see the cover and you go, you know. So you have to think of a thumbnail as a book cover. You know, the thing that I got to try to get more people to do, Lemuel, is not put 4 paragraphs of text on the thumbnail. No, you got to keep it under 5 or 6 words if possible. Like, try to slim that back. It just works better, I think. But you can A/B split test with Click TubeBuddy as well. So you can kind of do a little bit of changing. Paul wanted to know if your videos are recorded streams or edited content.
Mine are almost always live.
There you go.
Partially because of time, because I do have day job and I do production for 2 companies. So I do all their stuff. And then I have my own. Ooh.
No, I'm sorry.
That sounds awesome.
I was like, too late. I already paid for mine. I already paid for mine, Kevin, but that is a dope thing. Remind me to bring that up in class, Kevin. Since you're coming to class today, put this on your blackboard. That's cool.
But yeah, so because of that, I do lives mostly because of that. And for me, it just works really well. Having said that, I have done some edited ones in the past, and I plan on adding a little bit more edited ones in there as a way to step up the kind of game and do a little bit more mix.
Yeah. Well, and don't forget now, out of your live streams, this is something I've become really bad at, even though I tell everybody to do it. And so I've been getting the timeout from Mrs. D. I got to do it more. Diana's like going to kick my butt. Is take chunks of your live out and use them. Use them as like an IG feeder or a TikTok feeder or something. So like you can build that in. And a couple of weeks ago, I was doing a, show you a bunch of crap that came in my box stream in the LGL group. But I remembered to take time to do the focused comments where I'm sort of ignoring the family for a second and I'm going to go, hey, welcome to the video, blah, blah, blah. So I'm actually recording my video while I was talking to them. And then, Rob's like, oh, you didn't say that right. Say it again. And so you can say it again and just chop it up. It's easier, right? So don't be afraid to do that. Jay, there's a lot to it. I'm forever tweaking, but simply put, if I can give 5 tips on thumbnails, okay? So, all right, Rob, timestamp keeper, this is going to be one of those things because I'm going to chop them out of this and use it because this is going to be it. Let's see, 105. Okay, I'm going to start at exactly 106 so that way I can chop this out. And I'm going to give Jay my 5 things. And we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. JFK Production says, I've yet to master the thumbnail kung fu. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 quick tips on thumbnails. Number 1, try to keep them simple and clean. I personally like solid background, but if you are going to use a color image in the background, throw a filter over that fades that color back. Number 2, put a person in there. It can be your face. If you don't want to be your face, use a stock photo, but a person in the face at roughly medium shot is really good if it's about a product or a tutorial or a how-to. Number 3, keep the words to a minimum. Do not go super crazy, write a whole paragraph. You don't have to put that many words into a thumbnail. Number 4, do not repeat your title to your video in the thumbnail. The thumbnail is the book cover. It's sort of to get you there. The title is like what you're going to talk about and, things like that. And number 5, don't over polish it. Just don't put so much stuff on there with all little emojis and things like that. Again, you're going to want to keep it tight, concise, simple, and I will give you a fantastic example of a thumbnail right now. This is a dope thumbnail. It was simple, straight, and to the point. Hey, I did that in a little over a minute. I'll tighten it up in the edit. But yeah, that is a dope thumbnail. So don't be afraid, people, to study YouTube. Just look at what are the thumbnails that catch you. You don't even know it, but you do it every day. You go in and say, hey, I want to know what is the best M1 hub. You start searching through videos. You're looking at all of these videos, and you just find stuff. You get drawn into something. So think about your own. If you don't have Click Magnet to give you the science, think about, all the way through. And then, of course, Miss Eileen is going to get you, brother. Why don't you just use your phone? I use my phone all the time. I'm not a fan of using the Apple portrait mode anymore because the cutout tools are so dope. So I just use the regular phone app, and I'll take nanotape, stick my phone to the wall, and then take my Apple Watch and just go, So that's good.
I will say, of all the people, my thumbnail stuff that I like to look at, which I should use as an example for my own, Walter Jennett. Just loved his thumbnails.
Man, Walt has the firest thumbnails.
Yep.
Oh my God, I love his thumbnails. And you talk about a face for radio, but he still pulls it off. let me pull up Walter's channel. He has really good thumbnails. Yeah,
so I love this. He has great gradients. He does awesome elements, and I mean, he's got a design background, so that makes sense. But
yes. Well, but don't let that scare you because again, the stuff. Okay, I forgot one thing on that tip. If you are going to use Canva and items like that, make sure you adjust it. Don't just take it stock and run. It's not a good look. But yeah, see, you are a brand. Very good. Personal branding is your why. And you notice he did it by his theme. So his gear reviews, he has up here, he's pulling that look. Even on the ones where he's just doing something for his church or whatever, they're very clean. And this is what I mean by the ghosted picture in the background is there's a lady back there. He has the overlay over it. So you don't have to make the image straight front and center. Very good stuff. Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, super dope. I even like how he understood that Instagram itself is a gradient logo, so put in the gradients on the words. But yes, And again, you can learn a lot by just looking at other people's thumbs. Like, this is super easy to recreate. It is not difficult at all to recreate this. You know, so I have totally looked at videos and decided I wanted to do something similar, right? Let's try this. Right, so when you look at Nick's thumbnails, his stuff is dope. Wild for Games is pretty good. This one, Film Booth one, I don't like it because I don't like that really, really heavy, obnoxious like line around a type. It's already a display font. Display fonts do not need lines around it. Just don't. Like this, it's already a display font. It doesn't require that stuff. Rob is killing thumbnail game right now. Like, that is amazing. But you see Rob's simple thing, and I know Rob did this in Canva. I can just tell. So it's just, Rob, I want more live viewers, 2 arrows, and a thing, right? Like, boom. Yeah. This is ignorant. Don't ever do sub for sub, people. But, okay, when I see Annie, and this was 7 months ago, Annie kind of sort of exactly does what Nick does with the ransom note, but it works. It works, you know, and I don't think Nick is mad at Annie for, you know, stealing his ransom note look, because more likely Nick wasn't the first person to do ransom note. Don't tell India I said this. You probably should never put black text on the red background. She's going to kill me, but you just don't. Even Justin Brown did the ransom note thing over there. I used to do it. I'm past that now. But it's just a personal decision. I do believe the ransom note thing works really well. See, and Walt is using the gaming career style. You know what I mean? Different fonts, but it's a style. So you guys know, if you've been around this channel for more than 4.5 feet, I always say, don't just watch Tube, study Tube, okay? Do not just watch YouTube, study YouTube. And so what we just did in looking, I put in the topic, I looked at all the thumbnails. You guys just literally watched a live study session of thumbnailery for my brother JFK, you know, Productions. That's just how you do it. So absolutely go in and study that YouTube life. Very good. Supreme Gecko said he has a face made for radio. Yeah, me too. So don't worry about it. Just put it on there. Like, I think of now. Oh, you know what? This is crazy. I just watched this yesterday. There's an Apple commercial. There's a Dove commercial. There is a couple, like 3 prominent commercials that use severely freckled person. And I think it's dope because I grew up with a friend of mine that used to get teased all the time because, you know, he was the Blake Griffin face, right? He was mulatto, half black, half white, severely freckled, and everybody used to clown him. And I was like, bruh, like, we're teenagers, yeah, everybody's going to clown you. When you get to college, like, you're going to have the sock on the doorknob. Just trust me. And he, you know, I get a call when I was stationed in Germany, and then he's like, bruh, you was telling the truth. I go, yeah, I know. It's just kids are stupid. They don't know any better. But that thing that makes you stand out is going to be your home run ticket. As you get older, people will find it more and more attractive once they get past the superficiality of doing what they think everybody else thinks is cool. So it's weird to say this now, but we've almost got to the point where the more unique your look, the better. It used to be you hid from that, or you got self-conscious about that, because everybody was going for the Barbie and Ken. But we're past that already. And you could tell by looking at advertisements. All the advertisers on TV go out of their way to throw people with special characteristics or people that are severely ethnic. Like every couple in a freaking drug commercial is biracial. Just, it never fails now. You pick any drug commercial now, Do what you want to do. Go where you want to go. And by the way, if you take this medicine, you're going to feel like you got to take a crap in your pants, blah, blah, blah. But then there'll be some biracial couple. Because advertisers are just getting over those weird things that block people. So, you might think you look funny. I bet you everybody told Morgan Freeman he would never be a good actor because he looks funny and he has skin tags and dots all over his face. He's one of the greatest actors ever walked the face of the earth.
I'll say, I used to work for a large publishing and media company. And it was funny when I first started, because I worked there for 15, 16 years. When I first started there, all of our people on our magazine tend to look kind of the same. And it came in as a thing where people said that. And they started to actually bring it up and say, everyone kind of looks the same. And we started investing more in Hispanic and other, and more mixed environments. And so because of that, we started that would have been 15 years ago now, 15, 16 years ago, we started only booking in people with unique looks. So you'd notice the magazine started changing to where most people that you wouldn't, when you look back at, for me, movies that were 1920s, 1930s, all the actors looked the same. Every 100%. Male actor looked the same.
100%. It was now, the Cary Grant look,
Mm-hmm.
Well, did I say that right?
All the chiseled jaw, all the...
I'm stupid. Hold on. I said Cary Grant like in the Flintstones.
Well, is that like the taking it for granted instead of the taking it for granted?
No, because the Flintstones used to call him Cary Grant because, everything for them was about rocks and quarry. And I can't believe I just said that. Oh, my goodness. That was awesome. Fun. I am brainwashed by Yabba Dabba Doo. Holy goodness. Yes.
But yeah, you look at actors and actresses now, and pretty much any of us could be with enough training. We can all be.
Yes, it is a thing. I mean, look at Karen, a.k.a. Whoopi. Like, everyone told her back in the day she wasn't going to be able to do it, and she just murdered the scene. So I don't know. Like, don't worry about stuff like that. Just get in there and get it done. Now, flipping back, so definitely we got to polish the thumbnails. You got that part covered, and don't forget to chop up stuff. I just went all the way crooked. Don't forget to chop out segments that you can put on your stuff. I just saw Luis's comment right out of the corner of my eye right before I was trying to type this, and it just made me cry. That's super funny, bro. That is super funny because, that people do say that, and the other one is straight off the back. I'm like, it's straight off the bat. They go, what? No, it's off the back. Off the back of what? Like a turtle? Off the bat, like a gone, quick, Anyway, it's super funny.
Yeah, I hear the constant specifically instead of specifically.
Or for all intensive purposes. That's the most famous one. Okay, so you did a good job here by labeling your playlists. And so I'm going to go for something that's kind of new because this is where we all get in trouble, including me. So I go back and fix these. Your description. This is okay. You got to, the magic number is more than 200 words. Anything less than 200 words, you're kind of wasting your energy. More than 200 words. Recently, YouTube has changed things again, and I said I would bring this up. YouTube has made some changes in the algorithm where tags are only 1% to 2%, but don't not do them because they're only 1% to 2%. Every percent counts. Just leave it there or put them there if you haven't been doing so in the past. But keep your descriptions at roughly 200 words or more. Mine's close to like 4,000, but that's neither here nor there. In your descriptions, sometimes you're going to go back after the stream and add in the stuff we talked about. So, for instance, I'll go back in the stream now and I will speak on the fact that we talked about thumbnailery. Thank you, Gigi, for the word. I like that, thumbnailery. So we're going to go back. We're going to add conversations about the thumbnailery. We're going to go back. We're going to add some conversation about the Canva deal because I think that is dope. Thank you, Kevin. Right? I'm going to put that in the description because we're talking about it. I'm talking about it, so I can't get in trouble for not saying I talked about it. It turns out if you go through Rakuten, you can get Canva for like $70 a month, a year. Game changer. Yeah. We will go and talk about Canva on the mobile, like using Canva on the iPhone. We'll talk about that in a second because Cameron Junkie and Abs are down in there going at it. So I'll speak about that. I'll put all of that stuff in the description because it matters. And then when people go to search for it, they'll get it and they'll want to know what it was we talked about. Now, go back in and chapter up, right? So 0:00 intro. You got a 3-minute intro. Boom. 3:00 start time. Introductions, right? Then 5:00 we started speaking heavily about Phone a Geek and what Phone a Geek is all about and how do we do this, and then boom, put the questions, right? If you were answering questions from your constituency, then just put timestamp each of the questions, and then don't forget to go back and add links to anything you told people to buy and so forth, so on, and etc. Just put that all down in there, and then this is dope. I do this too. If you like this, support the channel. But if you don't have a lot in your description, go in and just add some links to things that you think people should buy. But just explain a little bit more the problem that you're solving, right? That's going to help the algorithm, help know who to point your videos to. Now, you didn't add your info cards. Got to go back and add those at the end. You didn't add your end screen. Got to go back and add that at the end. And then come to your own video and pin a comment. Okay? So make it a provocative comment. Ask a specific question. Come in there and say, hey, gang, in this stream today, we talked about, say the Canon EOS RP and using that for, your business growth or your production or whatever, or whatever, just whatever it is, you put that in there. So let me option point and then go to me. I forget, but when I catch them, I go back and I add them, right? So cheap overheaded shot. All right, shut up, Doc. Scroll down here. Boom, boom, boom. On this one, I probably got a check mark because I didn't add a pinned comment. See, but I did all the rest of them. So now I will come in and I will write a comment in this particular video. Have you been thinking about putting in an overhead shot? If so, what type of camera would you use? And do you have any questions related to mounting that specific camera? Leave that in the comment pin, right? And then that way it will get back to that. Because I picked a failure, now I got to go find one where I know for a fact I put it. Okay, here we go. Dang, this video.
I honestly never thought about that part
if you happen
of doing that one.
You shut up, Doc. Ain't nobody talking to you. Okay, so see this right here? All of these bad boys. Check mark, then a mug. Okay, now I want to show you the difference between checking all the boxes. Oh, you don't see these check marks on your YouTube channel? Here's why. Because you need to go to docrock.live/TubeBuddy and sign up for TubeBuddy. Even the free version will allow you to see these here check boxes. So I don't know why you guys ain't doing it. It's incredible. Caleb sliding into class late, try to sneak in. Caleb is cleaning erasers after class. What's up, Caleb? Okay, so here it is. Comment pinned by Do Croc. It goes, when you choose the delete dialog box and the pop-up tells you this photo will be deleted from iCloud on all of your devices. Once you confirm by pressing delete photos and videos, it will delete, but it's not truly gone. Read more. Okay. Instead, the image was sent back to your recently deleted photos album where you can, pull them back for the next 30 days or whatever. At that time, you can restore a photo from recently deleted albums to your device. If you choose to delete it permanently or to save yourself from embarrassment, Chris Evans, get it? You can choose to delete it permanently. Get it? Because that's how he got in trouble. It says, anyway, Also important, after you move the library, you must designate it as the system photo library and revert to this Apple support item. Old habits never die. Apple Genius, put the support article.
Nice.
But
Nice.
that's what a pinned comments does. So what happens when you do all the things? Okay, SEO score 95, check, right? Pinned comment, check, right? And then share it on Facebook, check. A whole bunch of people shared it on Facebook. Thank you, a whole bunch of people. And you end up with 87,000 views. So that all, you know, it all works together. So it's very important that you come through, and then all my tags are down in there, you know, and then these are the keywords that other folks are looking at in order to try to get to that. So I could take one of these keywords and make a secondary video to bounce off of this video, and I probably should. As soon as this sucker hits 100K, I will make another video. Sorry about that. I have a cough button and I missed. Yeah. So just make sure you come in here and pin a comment, brother. It will be a change gamer, and it helps out a lot. The info cards, you know, hey, click over here at the top, and you can important. I don't even know if people click them. I look at my analytics. I think I do get some pump from them, but you still just follow all the rules. If you follow all the rules, YouTube will love you. Okay? Same with the end cards. And when someone comments, then you go in and heart the comment. I'll come back and leave a comment. Then you make sure you heart that. That's kind of automatic. But it's telling you now to remember to add chapters. This didn't used to be there. But you want to go back and add those chapters. Hey, don't press the button. I don't want to hear Glitz's music. So
Say that doesn't just show me I meant to go back and trim that off the front.
Yeah, now
My countdown.
I keep messing this up, so don't get me wrong in this. I still have some more testing to do. When I was trimming them in the past, it kept like 86 in my comments. In theory, they fixed that, but I have been scared to chop them because I don't want to lose the comments, because comments are good, all the good stuff in here, right?
No, I agree.
Yeah, those cards are annoying, but you got to put them. Hey, Chris is here. So I see Miss Eileen. Sorry, let me scroll back. Where did Chris go? Hey, Chris. Sorry.
I'll say I honestly didn't think about the pinned comments. I need to go start making end cards, so I'm making a whole list of things I'm gonna do.
And Tommy said, "Do I have an overhead start a camera video?" Yeah, I just showed it to you. So he probably posted that before I said that, but yeah, I do, sir. Dang it! One thing about the YouTube page, when you're there, you can't get a share link from the channel. You got to actually click the video, which I guess is good, but then it's bad. I think it screws up watch time, because when you click the video and just stop it to steal the link, then you just made your watch time like 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll say I jump over to the studio, or I do studio on the phone, so I can go steal the links from there.
And I
then I
normally
just post
pull
it
it
into
from
my
TubeBuddy, because TubeBuddy has a thing that says, what is it? What does TubeBuddy call it? Oh, get stream a shareable link. I can't type. So yeah, here you go, Tommy. That's for you. Okay. Man, I hate when it does that. It jumped all the way down. So Caleb said, I remember the old chalkboards were more popular whiteboards. That is for sure, bro. That is for sure. I don't know what Rob and Miss Eileen are making fun of me for. I'm just going to ignore them. It says 87,000.
I think someone did
from September. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Sammy? Thank you for bringing that up, young Jedi. The algorithm doesn't care about how many views you got, and the algorithm doesn't care about how many subscribers you got. This is a common question. Does YouTube hate small channels, or does YouTube promote popular channels more? No, they don't. You could have 2 subscribers, but have a video with a click-through rate of, say, 5.5. It's going to keep promoting that. because your thumbnail game, your subject matter, your topic, whatever the case is driving views. So they will promote that, even if you only have 3 subs, okay? And primarily, if it's a 10-minute video and you got people watching for 9 minutes and 57 seconds, they will promote that video because you are keeping butts in the chair staring at the tube. The only 2 things they really care about as far as promoting your video is that you are answering the question or providing the entertainment that the viewers want, that they will stay till the end, right? And that you are making it intriguing enough with your title game, your description game, and your thumbnail game that when they're scrolling through, they click. And the reason why, this sounds so crazy, but there's a science behind it. I present you with this coaster. You go, why, yes, that's a lovely coaster, and you take it. You have shown interest, right? So I have been the motivator of your interest. So now if I say, hey, here's a hard drive, and you go, well, that's a lovely hard drive. Phew. Actually, it's an SSD. Let's be legit. Mm-hmm. And so you take it. So now I become the arbiter of things that you want. So as the promoter, it is my job to make sure that everybody can find you, because it seems like almost everything you put out, people love, right? Think of it like Jay-Z. There's 2 soft ones we'll talk about later. Almost every album he puts out, people love. So what the Tower Records used to do is Jay-Z put out an album, the whole front of the store, he's all over it. Now, again, record labels pay for some of that. Don't jack up my analogy, just focus. They would promote that because that's what bring people, that milkshake would bring all the boys to the yard. Got that? So the idea of your thumbnail, your description, and your title being enticing enough to cause people to click through at a rate of over 5% means that you are some arbiter of very important knowledge. And this is how channels with nobody become channels with somebody later, because that's how it works. Everyone thinks, oh, YouTube only wants to promote the big channels. That's dumb. If you only promoted the big channels, what happens when the big channels retire and walk away? You haven't backfilled your system. You have to backfill your system, right? It's just silly. It's silly. Get over that. Okay. That was all. Whew, that was a lot. I get hyped up. I'm going to pop a gasket one day. I just think I had a realization as to how much I like creating media, then watching the stream, learning while finishing the mix on a client's beat. If I can help you finish your mix, that's dope. And then, Jay, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? I got to stop saying that, because that makes people get mad when you tell them what they should do. What would probably be beneficial is make a couple of sample of beats, or take some beats that you were thinking about throwing in the trash that doesn't match, say, your criteria, but might work as a stream beat, and just start offering them as tripwires on your Buy Me a Coffee page, so that, hey, I do produce these beats, whatever. Here's some beats I'm giving out for free. No one has to know that it's not like what you really excited about. It just has to be something that, other people might like, because half the time we are our harshest critic. And so we would harsh our own melon. Harsh our melon weasel. Sorry, I had a Pauly Shore moment. So, man, I am old again. It's the weasel.
Say wheeze in the juice. We were just talking about that the other day.
Oh my God, that just got me. I'm sorry, Jay, that got me. Anyway, take those, put them on your Buy Me a Coffee pages. Twitwires, come in, sign up for my little list right here. I will kick you this beat. You can use it in your streams, whatever. That helps to build your flow. 1, it keeps you creating, right? Number 2, it helps you not throw away some stuff you actually spend some time creating with, just because you might not like it or a customer didn't like it, but you just repurpose it. And then you can also start throwing some up to Epidemic Sound or Artlist or some of the other places where you can get some skrills, right? You can make some of that good Jamaican dollars by taking some tracks that you wouldn't use for a commercial beat, but you can make it for a stream beat. Man, Harris Heller did that. He spit up 500 stream tracks, and the dude just bought like a freaking $2 million house off of giving away stream beats from the pandemic. I'm just saying. I think you
I
got
always
it
found
in
it
you.
weird.
Huh?
For my photo side, I always found it weird. When I started in stock photography, and one time I uploaded a photo that I didn't care about at all. I was like, I'm just not happy with this, and and I was getting ready to throw it away, and I on accident uploaded it and didn't notice it in the batch of them, and that one became one of my highest grossing like photos of all time. It was the one that was going to go in the garbage.
It's crazy. My dad, he had the ability when Sony first came out with one of the very first 4K cameras. He had the ability to do a helicopter tour and shoot a bunch of stuff. Killer Whale was losing his mind at that time. And he got some just dope 4K footage of volcanoes. And then he got to go to Midway Island to videotape the Rangers doing some cleanup and tagging birds, because Midway Island is where a lot of endangered bird species just land. And so he went down there and he just took some shots of what the Rangers were doing. And he has like incredible 4K footage of like these birds where the big red balloon
awesome.
comes out. Like, it's super dope.
Mm-hmm.
So one day he was like, I know what I'm gonna do with all of this stuff, and I can't really do much with it. So I don't know. I said, just throw it up on Pond 5. At that time, there was only a couple, right? Mm-hmm. He throws it up on Pond 5, and he's like, John, nothing happened. This has been here for blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, whatever. So I'm going to delete him. I was like, no, just don't delete it. Leave it there. And then all of a sudden, one day he checked the mailbox. Check. Corporate people are buying these videos for like 75 bucks a pop. And then he was like, hey, I got to check. What's Pond 5? I go, I told you to put the videos there. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm old. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, how much is it? And then he calls me like a week later. Hey, I got some more checks. Hey, I got some more checks. And all of a sudden, he's getting like $600-700 extra a month just from videos that he was going to basically just like put it in a giant pile of tapes. So, yeah, don't be afraid. Be very afraid. Most of my placement features. Because, there you go. There you go. I like it. Oh, no, human breathing and talking to each other.
Nice.
Hey, I'm telling you,
bringing people together.
I think that you can definitely just do some really, really incredible stuff with that. Kevin had a question. I lost it. Oh, here you go. Kevin, you're supposed to put the Q in the front so that way I don't get lost. I can't do 10 things at 2 times. It says, I don't use Bitly anymore. I was a Bitly fan. I've been Bitly since day one. They went nuts with their pricing, and I just told them to shut up. I use Rebrandly, same thing, but yes, it's very important. I don't really go back and track or trace them. I just do it for the shortness. So all of that docrock.live/X, that's from Rebrandly. It's the same thing, but I just like Rebrandly better at the moment because Bitly got greedy with their pricing. But yeah, that's about it. Okay, so just making sure we got you covered. So
let's say I use Rebrandly a lot, only because till you get to so many subscribers as a young, small YouTube channel, it's a great way to not have these super long links, which is why I've got a Rebrandly link that goes to a much easier shirtable, cardable, version.
Until people start to realize who you are, right? So yeah, absolutely impressive. Okay, so let me break this down. Do your thumbnails. Okay, go back and fix that. And remember the 5 basics on the thumbnails. Keep the kind of clean. You don't have to repeat. Do not repeat the title. I'm not getting the hiccups. Do not repeat. Okay, start all over. Okay, cut. This is a live video with the cut. All right, okay. Here we go. Brian Glitch, here's the recommendations for your channels as follow. Oh, put your banner up. We forgot that one. Put your banner up. So while I'm yelling at you right now, put your banner up.
I've got it on the second screen.
Okay, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Mr. Glitch over here, why is that ugly dude over here? Mr. Glitch does not have a banner on his channel. And I was like, dude, you've been in Let's Get Live community since like week 2. and he not got better. I was like, oh, he's definitely going in timeout for that. Man, he's getting in trouble.
The one thing I brought up with the wife last night is I said, hey, I better get this banner done because Doc's going to give me crap for it. So I'm using Adobe Spark and building one right over here on the second screen. Right.
Okay, cool. No, this is, Scott, you can get this for free by going to letsget.live and just, boom, you go to the website, letsget.live and get your free overlay pack. Because I'm that dude. Anyway, here we go. So, Brian, we're going to want to get your thumbnails. And the reason why faces are important is that people just vibe with people. It is what it is. There's science behind it. I don't care what any other YouTubers tell you. Faces just work. Even on those channels where it's like a food channel, you still have your face and you have the food more prominent, or you do one of these. It just works, okay? I think it's very, very important to have faces. Number 2, you want to keep your words kind of tight. So your Glitz Bites logo is dope. You might bring that down, bring your face bigger, put whatever you're talking about there, and you don't necessarily want to repeat the title. You want a provocative question in the title. You want a pain-solving statement in the title. You want shock and awe. You want something that catches attention. Think of it as a headline for a magazine, or better yet, as much as I hate them, think of it as a bad boy walks inside Walmart, a National Enquirer, you know what I mean? Something of that nature. That's going to get your attention there. So number 3, study tubes, like going to YouTube, look at other thumbnails. That's where you polish your thumbnailery. And don't be afraid to make like 5 or 6 of them and throw them up in the Let's Get Live community and just ask, hey guys, which one of these thumbnails you like the best? They'll tell you. If you're on the other feed with Content Marketers Cafe from Rob Balasabas, jump over there too. You can throw your nailies up and then people will answer questions. TubeBuddy. Get your TubeBuddy on because it's going to help you. It's going to remind you to do your checklist. That checklist, you did a fantastic job. You missed about 4 things, but those 4 things are key. So make sure you go in and you do that. And the free version of TubeBuddy will also allow you to do the best practices checklist. It's very important. It's going to remind you to do your description, your title, your tags, pin a comment, heart comments, info cards, and end cards, to name a few. There's a couple other mores in there, but those are the primary ones. Those are very key. Oh yeah, chapters. Chapter marks, also very important. Go in, put your chapters in, and you will start to grow. Those are the key elements right now. Description needs to be 200 words. And if you get your CTR rate up, click through rate, I got stuck. And you can get your watch time up, your channel will grow from discoverability, but also remember to do your repurposing, build yourself a scheduled calendar for your IG posts. All you guys that follow me on IG now, I've gotten much better at following a system. I missed a few last month, but I'm pretty close to getting out one almost every day. Like, that's important. That changes the game. So there it is. Can I refresh now? Are you still uploading? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I haven't finished writing it yet. I'm still making it on the other screen.
Oh, you're off the hook.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott, he said, what's the link? Here we go. Let's get .live. That's the link. Let's get .live. No. Rich, that is such a great question, Rich. First of all, Big Rich, good to see you here. No, the YouTube processing time drives me back. Imagine a person who insists on only uploading 4K. Sometimes it takes a day. Like the SD, standard definition, will be done in like an hour, but the 4K, bruh, question.
Yeah. And it drives me crazy. You can see your view time on the page while it's processing.
Yeah.
But if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you can't see anything until it's done processing. You can't see a thing. Yeah. It's just
Rob, we do have a beta worksheet. I will bring it to class. We put it up the little bit ago, but I will bring it to class so you can get it. We do have one. Professor Gustavo Reyes says, if you have admin access to your web servers, you can, yes, Earl's works really, really dope. If you're a WordPress guy, You can use Euros too. I think they're amazing. We get to the point where we're trying to stop people from focusing on that stuff. Yes, it's easy to do. And anybody can do it. Like, it's not that hard. But becoming a full-time focused content creator, one of the first things you got to stop being is a Swiss Army knife. This has been my curse. This is what screwed me up for the last 15 years. Am I a web developer? Yes. Can I develop websites? Yes. Can I write HTML stack from scratch? Yes. Can I build an entire site in Notepad? Yes. Can I write CSS with only Notepad? Yes. I can do all of that. But even still, that's going to take me time. Like, to build a simple website, it's going to take me time. And in that time, I could be creating a YouTube video. So if I can use Rebrandly for free to do it and be done with it in about 6 minutes tops, yeah, that's the better look. And it's hard because if you're like us old school guys who we had to do everything that way, yeah, it's easy to get twisted up and I could do this and not gonna cost me anything. So yeah, so this entire site right here, I could seriously build this in Notepad in probably about 3 hours using Bootstrap and, standard HTML, CSS stack. But why? Why when you can just get WordPress? I mean, it used to be in nerdery that was a phallus measuring exercise. I hand coded all of this, It used to be when I edited video, I took a razor blade and Kapton tape and I made a little, and then I made a little, and then I put the two pieces together, and then I take the little Kapton tape and I slide it right there, and then use the puncher for the teeth. Mm-hmm. I still know how to do that. That's where we get, trim comes from actual razor blade and scissors. You literally trimmed it. Mm-hmm. That's why the words exist. You cut, copy, and paste. That's why it exists. And I mentioned this back in the day. If you are an OG synthesizer, right? If you're like Scott and you made music back in the day, in order to get that effect, you had to take a cord and plug it in to the rolling plate reverb. It was an insert cord. You had a rolling reverb, 2 springs and a plate, Echo Master. And then you put it in the box went wow, and the sound went. You literally had to plug it in. Now in Photoshop, there's a plug-in. It's named that because you literally used to have to plug in the cable in order to get weird sounds. Having all this dope knowledge just means I'm old. It wouldn't be efficient today. Today you buy Final Cut and then you go to Premium VFX and you pay them $50 and you buy the plug-in to do what I used to have to do with my hand. So yeah, it's really hard because us guys that have those skills, we keep trying to do that, and you should take them away from you as soon as possible so you can just focus on this, create. Mm-hmm. And this is why I know Brian's probably been averse to thumbnails because he's going to photographer out on them. I know why I don't do my own thumbnails. I get my 11-year-old niece to help me do thumbnails. The ones I took in the park last week, I might have shared with you guys. I have my 11-year-old niece do them because if I set up the tripod and do all my stuff and bring my little remote trigger, I'll be over there tweaking and I'll be being a photographer. And I need to be a creator in that moment. I need to. Mm-hmm. I'm in creator mode. The photography hat has to go away because I would still be out there. I'd be out there right now with the C-stand and a giant reflector and, doing all kind of random things. Like, yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. So try to not roll your own anymore, people. If you really want to be a pro creator, you got to stop rolling your own. As soon as you can afford it, don't break yourself. Yeah, there we go.
So I've been figuring that out myself lately since photography background, IT background, all the same. Too many hats and exactly go down the rabbit hole.
It's so easy, bro. It's so easy to. Oh, sorry. It's so easy to get wrapped up in our old school skills because we got them, and I can save a lot of money. No, you can't, because my time is valuable. My time, I block my time out as a creator at 150 bones an hour. So if I spent 6 hours building a website, I just wasted $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, you can't do that. You gotta just like, no, I just want to be a YouTube creator. I just want to give me a camera, put it right there. Like I used to not do autofocus. I'm like, I'm a professional. I can focus. Man, hell no. It's so much easier to use autofocus. All of us creators, all of us photographers, musicians, athletes, DJs, we all do dumb stuff to ourselves over the guise of being a purist. Don't do that. Me and Scott had a fantastic conversation. I just jacked up English major. Scott and I had a fantastic conversation about DJs that complain to other DJs about the sync button. Like, that is dumb. Like, people, oh man, he can't speak because use the sync button. Man, use the hell out of that sync button. Then I can DJ longer drunk. That's where the sync button comes in. I can be faded and still throw together dope mixes. And they're like, man, Hercules. I can't even see the thing no more. I'm like, out of here. Sync button, save life. That doesn't mean I don't know how to spin. I got wax. I know how to spin. That's not the point. You wouldn't go today and build a house with a pull saw and a hammer. You're just not. Nobody's going to do it.
If you look at the original, all the computer guys, we all know computers came out without mice to start out with. And the purist for the longest time was like, I'm not going to touch that mouse. And now, can you think of a time we wouldn't ever use the point and click?
I forgot about that. It's been so long. I forgot about that. Like, yo, you were like, tick, 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 tick. You were cursor crazy, bro. You were cursor crazy. Like,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course, you can still tell old school guys too when we sit there and don't grab the mouse and still do our alt tabs and tab and through everything and know all the keyboard shortcuts because we're used to not having to have a mouse.
I don't have a mechanical way to send you the overlays. They will come to your email box. Check your spam. It's in there. It happens automatically. It's probably vetting your system to make sure you put in the real email address, or a person of your vintage may have typed the wrong email address. I'm just saying. Stop. Hammer time. No hammering. No, it's just a prime thing. Like, everyone talks all of that mess. I don't see nobody out there with a steam engine. No one's outside like strapping up their horse. You're going to go get in your car to go tell somebody else what an a-hole I was because I parked them. You know what I'm saying? Well, absolutely, Patrick. And absolutely, Patrick. And one more time, absolutely, Patrick. You know what is so dope? Patrick, I'll explain something to you. Here, wait. I got to screen capture this. Hold on. Don't nobody go nowhere. I need to screen capture this for Ken and Glenn because we were having this conversation and they think I'm crazy. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully I can do this without screwing it up. Why'd you end up over there? Okay, so I'm going to go to new screen recording and I'm going to click this screen right here. And hopefully it's screen recording now. And 2, 1, go. All right, so I'm going to put Patrick's comment on the screen and then it's there. And I don't want it there. I want to move it to the side over here and it's not moving. It's staying stuck to the side. It's biting. It's biting. I'm dragging it like crazy and it's biting. Not scroll wheeling, not doing anything. It's just locked. It's like pinned to the side and then it disappears. So I was having this thing and it's probably just me because I don't think anybody else has that. And eventually it would jump, but when it jumps, it disappears. And I haven't been able to figure that out. Now, let me see.
Is it doing it because the right side? Because it looked like the right side was pinning because it was a long comment.
Yeah.
So for my right.
That's what I believe too. Now, what did I do with Patrick's comment? Okay, so let me pin it back up there again. Pull it now. It comes. It may have been the buy me a coffee thing was jacking it up. Okay, let me see if I can replicate that. Yes, gang, we are testing live because I'm curious. Because it only ever happened. I didn't notice it before, and then it happened once, and I was never able to re-replicate it. And so Patrick asked a good question, and then I was able to re-replicate it, and now it's not doing it again. It's such a weird thing, bro. It happens only once in a while. And then, anyway, now I've been able to say I got it. So I can stop this and send it to Ken. Because there you go. Anyway, Patrick, here's how you do that. You go in, there's a really cool app called TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy, you can go in and bulk edit. So when I got it, I went and added it to 450 videos, and it took me 37-ish seconds. So yes, use TubeBuddy, bulk edit, and you can add it to all your videos in under a minute. If you don't know what you're doing, it'll take you 5, but it's a hell of a lot better than editing all your videos. Now, if you only got 5 videos, it's probably quicker for you to manually go and do it. But anyway, yes. And thank you for doing that. You know what I couldn't find, which was driving me crazy? I lost the referral thing for Buy Me a Coffee, because I had it set up before. They had it where if you want to send someone to come and get it, they would give that person $5 and give you $5. And now I can't find the referral link anymore. It disappeared when they did something to their page. Oh, there it is. Duh, I couldn't find this when I was on LSP. So stupid. I probably could have like generated at least a big cup of coffee, because I know about 10 people signed up yesterday, so that's like $50. Anyway, that's the referral link if you haven't already set one up, and they'll give us both $5. Boom. See, I knew it, Scott. I just knew it. All right, gang. So, scrolling back, Miss Eileen probably has a video on how to use that exactly, Patrick, by the way. I haven't made said a video. Yeah, the free account still can do that, I believe, Patrick. I am pretty sure. Anyway, Glitz, man, thank you for coming through. We got class in like an hour. I got just enough time to go coffee up again, add some more coffee, do my thing. Tell folks how they can find you. And, man, it was dope having you here. It was fun teaching you stuff, and you're such a great sport. So tell folks how they can find
that was
you.
awesome. Let's say I've got tons of stuff to work on, so I'm looking forward to make some changes so that hopefully by the next class time, I've got some stuff to show for it. But you can find me.
Change.
you could. That's all right. You can find me at live.glitch2600.com/find me, and that'll take you to my flow page.
Oh, flow page, man. We got to talk about that one day, because flow page is legit. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the heck my flow page is, but it's in my Instagram bio. I definitely love. Hey, June. Thanks, boss. Good to see you here, brother.
I stole the idea of flow page because I was noticing we can only put one link on Instagram, and I saw yours. So I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, flow page is helpful. Very helpful. And gang, of course, you know, again, I mentioned in the previous, hey, move out of the way. If you haven't done so already, we got class today. I'm going to stick my class in my little box over here so that way you can still see Brian's handsomeness. If you, man, I am so mental today. I got to adjust my face. Anyway, we have class today coming up in roughly an hour. It's actually 56 minutes from now. So click over there. Exactly. Thank you, Brian. And you can click on the Buy Me a Coffee page. You can jump in, come to the class and hang out. And we'll talk about fun stuff. And we're going to make sure that Rob finds the Vita list that we have together. It does exist. I'm pretty sure we put it out here before. But if he don't know where it is, I'm going to give it to Rob, because I got to keep Rob happy, because, you know, that's my friend. And you can also join the membership, where we basically just help you move together faster. I just discovered that Buy Me a Coffee is going to be turning on podcasts soon, and I needed to reinvigorate the podcast anyway. So all the members, you can look forward to, as soon as they turn that on, there will be the .cast. Dun, 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 dun. So that ought to be good. I have been working on some other stuff for the members, trying to put together a Final Cut class soon so we can get through the basics at the beginning of Veda. We'll just talk about like making a short and editing it all in Final Cut. So we'll do that. We'll poke around in there. And yeah, the rest is the rest. So I thank my man Glitz for coming to kick it with us. Don't forget, if you haven't already signed up for TubeBuddy, you can do docrock.live/TubeBuddy. Yes, it's an affiliate link. All my links are affiliate links. Even the links that say go to google.com, it's an affiliate link. Because I got to, buy all of this stuff. So I appreciate you guys. You can also go to the kit page to find the gear that we use. I put recommendations for things that you can find is mostly there. If there's something really, really dope, I'll hide it in the membership page. They got some stuff coming up there soon. Or you could just jump in and go DocRockLive/shop. I can't speak English, but that will get you your gateway into Amazon, and whatever you buy in the next 24 hours will help out the channel just a little bit. And Valerie snuck in and was hiding quietly in the corner. And she said thanks at the end. But I appreciate you for taking the time to kick it with me on the Saturday, Valerie. And I am also going to hate you right now. It's not your fault, but I'm going to hate you right now because one of my favoriteest songs of all time that once it gets stuck in my head is stuck in my head for 3 or 4 days. And that's Valerie, Valerie. It's such a groove. Now I'm going to have to listen to that because it will be stuck in my brain for about the next 4 days. It's just there's certain songs that once they get you, it's in there, and it's not this.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm definitely going to have to play the David's favorite theme song on the way out so I can help get the song Valerie out of my brain because it will be in there for a long time. Thank you, Glitch. Oh, yes. Before we go, I have to do one other thing. I have to play the Dana song because the Dana song makes everyone happy. So thank you, Glitch. Aloha, brother. Everyone, I'll see you guys in class.
Are you ready?
Why don't you come dance with me? It will push you.
Is this what you want now? Feels like you're looking for something